I'm gonna handle the finances at no cost next week, just because I want to do a give back. You know, I want to do a give back. I want to show the people how to get money. I want to show people how to really get money. You know, and how to, especially, our people. Yeah. Yes, if you jump into real estate is a broad industry, but it's a very lucrative industry, obviously. So most people who make money, they eventually want to get into real estate. They take their money and they put it into real estate because there's so many tax benefits from that. Yeah, there's so many tax benefits. There's government grants for everything. There's billions of dollars that go to waste for grants because people don't use them. So actually, I'm going to share a link. I'm going to share a link where you can actually see a lot of government grants, and you can actually apply for them as an individual. Whether you have a nonprofit organization, whether a for-profit organization, or you're just an individual. So I would always suggest applying for grants, but make that on top of something else. Make that, if you're going to do grants, because the grants can sometimes take time, right? It could take you 6 months to get a grant. You just don't necessarily know. So if you're going to go and do the grants, make sure that you're also looking for gifts or donations as well. That's why I tell every business owner. So first of all, everybody should be a business owner. Whether you're working with a company or not, you should have a EIN and you should have a LLC. Even if you're not necessarily using it every day, you need an entity that you can use for tax benefits, right? Every individual should have a business and a nonprofit, all right? And the reason why I say that is because for tax reasons. So for tax reasons and for gifts and donation reasons. So you can apply for a lot of grants when you have a nonprofit. There's a lot of grants that you apply for, especially when you're developing the community or doing some of the government's work. So anytime you're doing charity, you're doing government's work. Don't forget that. Anytime you're doing anything on behalf of the government, that's where tax breaks come from. That's an incentive. That's why the government gifts you tax benefits. They gifts you write-offs. I should say that people understand that. They gift you write-offs. They say, hey, listen, you're helping us feed the needy. We're going to give you a write-off. We're going to thank you for doing that for us because we can't help everybody. But if you're an individual with no business and no nonprofit, guess what? The government's going to tax you the hardest. You're in the highest tax bracket you could be in because you don't own a business and you don't have a nonprofit. You're not helping the government in any way. So if you're not helping the government in no way, they're going to tax you the hardest. So you need some sort of business that can offset that and you can receive some of the benefits from the government. Keep that in mind. Okay? So anyway, help the government out, start a business, start a nonprofit. That's why they'll give you grants to assist you with, because you're assisting them, right? If you have a business or a nonprofit, right? They'll give you that. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Yes. You definitely want those incentives. And then think about it. A lot of these companies, they have to write off. They make so much money, they have to find write-offs. They have to find organizations to donate money to. Right? Why not make your nonprofit, your organization, one of those organizations? Every person should have a nonprofit and every person should have a business. Everyone. So that way, whenever you can actually patronize these companies by, saying, hey, listen, I know you need a write-off. Here's our organization. This is what we're doing in the community. Everybody should be doing some sort of charity work. Receive those grants. You get hundreds of thousands of grants per year because the company's got to write this money off anyway. That's why everybody keeps going to the same organizations donating, because they don't know of any others. So keep that in mind.